Watch tonight, Governor Bob Ferguson revealed his proposal for a supplemental budget to offset yet another shortfall. And he says he can do it without raising everyone's taxes. But there is a twist.
There's always a twist. What's new?
KOMO senior reporter Chris Daniels is live from the state capitol with the details for us. Chris?
Yeah, Molly, Ferguson says his budget would cut programs and take money from the rainy day fund to avoid any sort of new taxes. But he is putting his very vocal support behind a new millionaire's tax just 2 years after the legislature prohibited any sort of state or local income taxes.
Okay, rainy day fund is funny. So I want to listen to this one more time because there's a caveat, because he said something that this lady said something in particular that kind of caught my attention just now, and I'm watching this in real time. Let me listen to what she said.
Revealed his proposal for a supplemental budget to offset yet another shortfall, and he says he can do it without raising everyone's taxes.
He said he can do it without raising everyone's taxes, right?
But there is a twist. Senior report.
But there is a twist. And what is that twist? A millionaire's tax. That is the dumbest shit I've ever... You said that you can do this without taking money from anyone, but you're literally taking money from people. Make this make sense. I don't understand what the fuck is going on with this situation, but that one, it didn't even take 30 seconds to figure this shit out. These people are dumbasses. They're trying to make things sound good while making things worse. That's what they're trying to do. If you listen very carefully, they're just trying to make it sound good while at the same time just making it worse.
Very vocal support behind a new millionaire's tax just 2 years after the legislature prohibited any sort of state or local income taxes.
And state and local income tax. They're trying to put in an income tax which is literally against the law on us, but they're still trying to do it anyway. This woman just said that it's not going to hurt us, but at the same time, it's going to hurt us.
'Tis the season when the stockings are hung at the Capitol Dome.
You know, before we get to the rest of this, I see why a lot of people hate the fucking news. I see why a lot of people hate the fucking news. I see why people hate it so much, and I have to be able to react to it in real time. But a lot of people don't catch this because they're so dumbfounded, and I'm gonna say voluntarily dumb, that they can't see the forest from the trees.
And the governor will talk about how empty they are.
We started with a $1.6 billion shortfall in this supplemental budget.
The not-so-jolly forecast prompted Washington's governor to pitch a budget with significant cuts to the Commerce Department grants, higher education, and human services, eliminating some tax credits and taking $1 billion from the rainy day fund, all to avoid a new measure like the statewide payroll tax proposal.
You're aware that there are members of the House and Senate who have pitched this idea of a payroll tax similar to what has happened in the city of Seattle and making that a statewide measure.
Not a big fan.
Is that DOA?
What I'll say is I'm focused on what I think is achievable.
Representative
Ain't achievable. It's not going to happen. It's not going to work.
Chris Corey is the House Republican deputy leader.
We're Thelma and Louising off the cliff here. I'm shocked that it's as bad as it is.
He also is saying, though, he's doing...
You know something? I want to speak with him. I want to know what I want to actually know. I don't have a large setting in my area, in my spot, but you know, I just want to speak with him face to face and see what's going on. I gotta see some things because I don't understand what people expect, especially a lot of these broke people who keep saying tax the rich. You are putting your jobs on the line, yet instead taxing them, and you're talking about taxing them. You are literally trying to put your jobs on the line while it's saying tax the rich. You don't even know how to start your own job, but you're talking about taxing the rich. Do you have any common sense?
This without raising taxes.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's trying to claim that, but he's gone in and found a bunch of what he calls savings by removing tax incentives. And I don't know about you, Chris, but if I wasn't paying a tax for something last year and now I am this year, that's a tax increase.
Yet it is all likely setting the stage for another tax proposal.
To rebalance this unfair system, I support a millionaire's tax.
And y'all voted for this nut.
Let's make this historic change in this upcoming legislative session.
I think he has a toupee on. Like, when you think about it, I think he has that comb over right there. He's trying to hide the huge bald spot he got right here. Just thinking about it.
We just had an initiative 2 years ago that
Yes.
was approved by the legislature
Yes.
suggesting there cannot be an income tax.
Yep. So there's going to be a conversation along those lines, and different folks have different ideas. But what I would say in the conversations I've had with folks, I think Washingtonians, are very open to this conversation about millionaire's tax.
You got life and bullshit fucked up.
And that could be the ultimate plot twist, a stocking stuffer for when the session gets underway next month. The Washington Education Association has already slammed Governor Ferguson's proposal, saying that it does not do enough to address wages and turnover and the need for new revenue. There have already been statements from multiple business organizations as well, saying they're cautious about Ferguson's proposal, but that they believe the budget as it stands right now is unsustainable. The legislative session begins here in Olympia on January the 12th. For now, live at the state capitol.
And I will definitely try to figure out what the fuck's going on in this situation, because this is like literally a mind-boggling, well, not surprising freaking moment that I have to say that you liberals are dumb. You liberals are so fucking dumb. You have no idea what you put this state through and what you put the people who didn't vote for this through. Y'all are not only hurting yourselves in the process, but you're hurting people who never voted for this guy. Y'all talking about tackling Trump with this. Let me put it like this, and I'm gonna say this in the best way possible. This man kept promoting things about Trump in the situation where he is never, ever, ever going to be face to face with Trump. His position is to control what's going on in the state, not what Trump is doing. His job is to control everything that's going on within the state. He is supposed to budget this fucking state properly. He is supposed to make sure people are safe. He's supposed to make sure the infrastructure is up to par. He is supposed to make sure things in Washington state is great. Yet instead, all he's doing is penny pinching and pocket watching other people's dollar, mine, yours, everybody's. And y'all thinking y'all talking about taxing the rich, and y'all are putting y'all fucking jobs on the line. So I want y'all to think about this and open your mind for once, because y'all have your own box that y'all like to live in, and y'all like to come bash me because I don't live in y'all fucking box because I don't want to be a pussy like you. I think for myself, and just like everybody else who think for themselves, whether we agree or disagree, we still rock out and we still respect each other no matter what. If you got a fucking problem with this, get the fuck out of Washington State and let's let everybody else make Washington State great again. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below.